You know what, Whānau? Sometimes when the going gets tough, you stay in the kitchen.
You've just stepped into Mr. Tanakas' home, his fishing village, his little lounge out the back. You've just walked into it, and so you've become a part of Mr. Tanakas' world. This is it. This is the place that me and a couple of my good friends have built, and possibly the worst year to ever probably launch a restaurant.
3 white boys from Onehunga starting a Japanese restaurant. What are you talking about? Oh.
We run a car dealership. We bring cars from Japan. We've been doing that for about 5 years. From our love of going to Japan, this is where this whole Mr. Tanaka idea came.
We've always wanted to own a restaurant or a bar. Paul came up with the idea and the opportunity came up. Paul's definitely the accelerator. He's the go guy.
Initially, all we wanted to do, our mate had this building for lease, right? He said, do you guys want to rent it? We're like, what a great spot. Let's start a Japanese restaurant. How hard can it be, right?
So we signed the lease last year in December. So that was the right, we're doing it. We've got this dream to do this restaurant. It would have been mid the first lockdown. That was when we were meant to open.
It was a bit surreal. I didn't really think, like, how long was it going to last? How much of an impact it was really going to have on the company? But I mean, all in all, I think we always looked at positives.
Having that few extra weeks or months to kind of set it up and get everything just right before we opened, it was a blessing in disguise.
I think we ended up making a better product because we were able to pull resources in that maybe wouldn't have been available if this pandemic hadn't hit. We had friends involved. I had a couple of family members come down and pitch in a couple of hours. We went down to our local hospice shops to get our pillows, and we were able to get access also to a couple of people that were like really awesome to help us with the food. Because I'll be honest, I'm a car dealer, I don't know how to cook food.
We've been able to pick people up from Air New Zealand, from Masu, Sky City, and we really did have a good group of people to choose from.
Having that time off and meeting the designer and him giving us some influences and talking to friends, and we actually did end up putting a lot more energy into the place, and I think it definitely shows at the other end.
After using local charity and hospice shops to be able to put this incredible place together, a lot of hard mahi, lockdown 2.
That was the news we didn't want. Well, we didn't want the first one, but the second one was we were really scared because at that point we'd tipped so much money into this place.
We were really starting to do well before that second lockdown, and that punished us.
We did the Uber Eats and things like that, but then it was also like, if we can have a kitchen out and about, a little add-on to this business, something that can help keep everyone employed, we're like, it seems like an awesome tap-on. And so there we went and did a food truck.
This weekend is our first big outing with the food truck, so we're really excited. It'll be really interesting to see how it goes.
We had massive plans for 2020. We wanted it to be this massive year of growth, but it ended up being a year where we survived and managed to keep heaps of our staff employed. And so to look back on that, that's a pretty cool feeling.
I think being in business with partners and with friends is a real benefit. You get a bouncing board, you get people to lift you up and keep you going.
It's sort of become this Japanese Kiwi fusion place where, you know, you can bring your friends, you can bring your family, and you can sit down and enjoy some of the food and drinks that we love. There's a Japanese term we do love to throw around, which is kaizen, which just means like basic constant improvements. You're just constantly improving, and so that's what we try and replicate.
Well, Tanaka everywhere. You know, Viaduct, Queenstown, Wellington, Christchurch, let's go.